I'm knitting while she's doing my hair. This is coming out so well. We're also watching Simon Among Us. Yeah. When I tell you, this was so easy, but, there's a but, okay? When I first started this, I was so confused, okay? Because I didn't realize, well, first of all, so many pages that need to be printed out. Oh my gosh, I just finished like 2 full charts. And when I was reading the instructions, it said, do this, da, 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 da. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Especially when it comes to the double moss, because these stitches on the side, I had to put stitch markers, okay? Because only this from here, from this stitch marker to this stitch marker is charted. This is the only thing that's charted. And then the stitches after, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 stitches here and 10 stitches here are not charted, which totally fine, okay? But when the instructions said, let's see, it said work according to da 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 da, while working double moss stitch as established across stitches that are not charted. I didn't realize that some of the double moss stitch would be charted and that the instructions were just talking about the ones that would not be charted. So I assumed that none of the double moss stitch was in the chart at all because I thought double moss stitch just wasn't charted at all. Turns out some of them are charted here before the stitch marker and then the rest just aren't. So if you haven't worked this pattern and you see those instructions, just know some of the double moss stitch is in fact in the chart, okay? But I made sure that I put stitch markers here. Basically, when I got to a point in a chart where I ended up and I had stitches left, I put a stitch marker there immediately so that I knew what was the chart and what wasn't the chart. Because when we start knitting, we have to start with the non-charted items. So I had to make sure that I knit these first, and then I started reading the chart from here after the non-charted parts, my stitch markers, because if I didn't have the stitch marker, I would kind of have to guess every single time. I was not trying to do that. I wasn't trying to count. No, thank you. No, thank you. But after I realized and I stopped overthinking and I'm like, oh, because it also tells you while also doing the short rows and the turns and this and da 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 da. Dude, I guess I had not read a petite knit charted pattern before, but in her non-charted patterns, like the normal stockinette patterns, she always tells you stuff that you're gonna do and then shows you what you're gonna do, you know? Like, she just tells you to make sure you know what's going on, and then she shows you exactly what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it. That's what she's doing in this pattern. She's telling you, hey, you're gonna end up doing this and that and that and that and that and that. Now here's how you do it. And I'm like, oh, everything is charted. Everything is charted. You do not have to think for yourself, okay? Don't think for yourself. Don't do like me and think that, oh, so I have to remember this and remember that. No, okay? The German short rows, they're in the chart. Anytime you turn, it's in the chart, okay? Until you get to the part of the stitches where it's not charted, you still have to turn your stitches, but it's outside of the chart. Anyway, if you knit this, you'll understand. Once I stopped overthinking, okay, because I realized everything is charted, everything is nice, everything is perfect. I don't have to do all the thinking for myself. I was like, oh, hallelujah. This went smoothly. Smooth sailing, okay? This is the back. I'm doing the size medium, and this is what the back looks like. When I tell you, I am so in awe because I have not done anything like this before. This little trellis, I think that's what it's called, stitch, haven't done it before. I've seen a lot of people say that multiple people say that they dislike this stitch, and I'm like, I'm having fun. I'm having fun with this. I'm loving the back of it. It looks so cool, but I love this little trellis thing. This little part here is so freaking cool. And also the cable. The cable is so squishy and nice. I think these are the cleanest cables I've ever done before. And then the double moss stitch. I've never done double moss stitch before, so I wasn't sure how it was supposed to look. But it's really, really cool. And I don't have to think when it comes to that either. So I have to continue working back and forth for a certain length, until a certain length. For the back, I have to use a different chart, which includes 3 different charts. So I have to like go back and forth looking here, and then go here, and then go there, and then go here, then go there. So anyway, that's it for this. And I am so excited to start the front, because I am a little confused. I looked at the chart and how it's formatted with the right shoulder and the left shoulder, and I'm not really sure how this is supposed to go, because yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, we will just see. I start here. Because then when we get to a certain point here, I'm like, am I supposed to go all the way down across? Like, where does the right shoulder end and the left shoulder start? And where does the left shoulder end and the right shoulder start? Did that make sense? I don't know. If you guys have done this before and you know, let me know. Will this come out before I do it? I don't know. Hopefully. Yeah, I think this will come out before I start it. But I'm just so confused with this chart, dude. Starting it is fine. Starting it is totally fine. I wonder if it starts and ends here. Is there a video on this? Because I don't know. I don't know. I'm so confused. Oh! See, you guys just saw it in real time, me overthinking this. Okay, I need to read. I need to literally read this pattern, because I'm looking at this and this chart has like 40 something rows, and this literally says, okay, so you do the left, whatever, you do the right. And there's like a break here. But the point where all of the stitches join together is where I join the front, the left front and the right front. So there was no confusion. It literally says work until row 35. Is that what it says? Left shoulder. Work 35 rows, yes. And the 36th row, okay, work 35 rows left. Work 35 rows right. That's where it stops being separated. And then the row 36 is just all the stitches together. So I'm reading the chart and I'm like, bro, I'm so confused. How am I gonna read this chart? Because I start the right shoulder here and then the left shoulder here. I'm like, how is this gonna go? It's joined together. Now it's one. So now it makes sense. Guys, I'm so sorry for wasting your time. I'm just making things harder on myself in real time. All right, now I'm looking forward to this. Okay, because I read ahead. I didn't read everything apparently, but I read ahead and that confused me. So I was just like, oh, I don't understand. But I was like, maybe when I get to it, I'll understand. Joke's on me. I overthink. Anyway. Yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to continue working on the back, and then I'll come back and show you guys the entire back panel when it's finished. guys, it's currently 9:04 a.m. Whoa! p.m. and I just finished the back panel. I don't think it looks that much longer. It's only like 4 centimeters longer from when you guys saw it, like from this stitch marker. So let me actually remove that. I am very, very excited to, let me make sure I did the right thing. The right measurement. Yes, okay, cool. Yes, so now it's time to pick up for the left and right front. Oh, but I have to go watch a video on that because she provides a video. I'm gonna watch it. Even if I know what I'm doing, I always make sure I know, I triple down on what I know. But this is what it's looking like. This is so beautiful. These cables, I'm obsessed with cables, okay? This is what I want to do to sweater number 15, but that will have to wait until like June. Anyway, this is done. This would be like the back yoke, I'd say, because it's like right where I can join the body and around. So this is like actually turning out exactly how it should. Anyway, that's it for this video. I will do the next video working on the front because I'm sure that will come with its own challenges potentially. But for now, we're done with the back. Can't wait to do the front. See you guys in the next one. Bye.